$59. The GameStop short squeeze is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. And we're here to witness every second of Citron getting destroyed. It's about to be a party. For those wondering, no, I do not have any more GameStop in my my 3K challenge account. I had a pair of calls at the $3 strike expiring in April. I sold them about $51 ago. The thing is at 59 bucks right now. God, that is back to, is that an all-time high? We're about $3 away from a new all-time high on GameStop. I mean, look at this thing. From $4 to 59. I mean, we are outpacing Tesla right now. I mean, how crazy is that? That we're actually outpacing Tesla. What's going on, guys? Who's got, hey, what are your positions right now? Who's got a whole bunch of shares? I know one of you guys has like 1,000 shares. Is oddly proud boyish. I know one of you guys has like 1,000 shares at GameStop. Let me yank this one out right here. Somebody's got 1,000 shares of this thing. I had calls at the $3 strike at one point. I had 2 calls at the $3 strike expire in April, and I sold them at like when GameStop was back at $8, which I mean, you look at just year to date alone. Let's look at the 1 year. I mean, this thing was down at, so in September, I probably sold this right as we started mooning. And look at that, between this year alone, from 17 to 58. I mean, we're outpacing Tesla right now. Unbelievable. I wish I had the foresight to know what this thing was going to do. What's the next one, guys? What's the next shortest? I'm going to fix my camera here. Yeah, they've been closing. Nothing fundamentally has changed on GameStop. That's the amazing part. Nothing has changed on the fundamental level. I think this is all due to, one, they've got the short squeeze going on because so many shares are shorted. And then two, there's the expectation that they're eventually going to start changing the way they do things. Right now, there's really nothing fundamentally that's driving this. This is all speculation hyping this thing up. Well, what are we at now? Let's reset. Something doesn't look right. The price up, there we are, 59. Is this thing working over here on my window capture? Something doesn't seem like it's working correctly. Something messed up. See, I'm a boomer when it comes to running OBS, but at least I'm not going to pretend that I know what the hell I'm doing, like, what's his name, homeboy, over at Citron. I'm going to set this thing up correctly. Why is this thing not working correctly here? What do we got going on? Y'all keep talking. My shit's all frozen over here. But like I said, I'm not going to pretend I know what I'm doing. That's the difference. Where's my GameStop? The hell, man. There we go. I figured it out, finally. 61 on GameStop. This is unbelievable. Oh my god. 61. Nobody's allowed to sell GameStop before 69. Easy E, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Guys, we are at $61 on GameStop. We are about $1 away from an all-time high on GameStop. We haven't been this high on GameStop since Call of Duty was the game. All right, Call of Duty. I'm not talking about the new one. I'm talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. When I was in high school, that's the last time that this stock was this high. Now that's pretty unbelievable. This short squeeze is in full effect. Let me refresh the screen once again. I can't believe that. I bought some GameStop. What did I buy at? It was like half an hour ago. Not even half an hour ago. I bought one share of GameStop so the price would tank. I'm up 16% in like 20 minutes. I should have bought more shares. Unbelievable. And I mean, frankly, even though I'm not really making a whole lot of money off of this, I'm excited for you guys because I know there's a ton of you guys that are in here right now that are holding either a bunch of shares or you've got leaps, anything. I'm excited for you guys. I have one share of GameStop. I bought it just so I could participate in the excitement. And here we are, watching this thing go up 16% between when I came downstairs and made a thumbnail. By the time I was done making a thumbnail for this video, the thing had gone up 16%. I mean, there's nothing about this company that has fundamentally changed, but there's hype and there's the short squeeze. And those not familiar with the short squeeze, what that means is that so many people have shorted shares of GameStop that there are more shares short than exist, and you can leverage it that way. You can actually short more shares than are in existence. All right. Once that happens, the assumption here is enough people start buying GameStop. All right. There's such a high demand for short shares as it is, you have to pay your broker consistently. Every single day, you have to pay them a fee to short shares. Because in order to short shares, your broker has to take shares from somebody else's account that holds GameStop and then put it into your portfolio so that you can sell it. And you are now short. You must pay your broker daily in order to do that. The rate to short shares increases as shares become more in demand for shorting. So if you've got more shares short than exist, you're going to have a high fee. And additionally, as the stock price rises, the people that shorted, not only are now they paying a fee to their broker, but they are also losing money as the stock goes up. So anybody who shorted shares right now at $10, which is a lot of people, they're not only $50 in the hole on the shares, but they've also been paying their broker. And their broker is going to be very, very upset when they realize that they're losing a ton of money on this thing in their accounts that they borrowed on margin. And they have to continuously pay this fee. The broker probably likes that, but the person who is short does not. And they are getting burned right now, bad. The assumption here is as the stock price keeps rising, people are going to have to cover their shares, and that means buy more. You have to buy more shares so that you don't wind up so deep in the hole that you can no longer afford to recover those shares, that you can no longer afford to stay short and owe your broker a ton of money. That's forcing people to buy more shares back because they're covering their short, and people are buying as the stock price goes up. I don't even want to think about how much money I would have had if I had just kept those $3 calls. I sold them when the stock was like $8. Thought I was a genius. I like doubled my money. What would that be worth right now? A $3 call. There's probably not a whole lot of extrinsic value left. So what is it, like $5,800 per call? I'd have like 11 G's just in GameStop if I had kept that. Now that would have been a good 3K challenge video. If I had put even like $10,000 into this thing, it would be worth $1 million. I mean, I wasn't messing with GameStop in my adult-sized account. Oh my God! Somebody made $8 grand with $60. And even if I had thought of taking on a call position, there's no way I'd be messing with this thing with my adult-sized account. But even if I had put 1/10 of my 3K account into this, so $300, it would have been worth multiple thousands of dollars. I mean, this thing's going absolutely crazy. What are you at now? 61 and change. I want to look up right now what the short interest is on GameStop. Oh, by the way, how's the sound so far? The last time I was doing this, I had my microphone like over here, and it sounded like an airport the entire time. I'm just holding the microphone close to my face. You guys let me know if it sounds better or if it sounds... Look at GameStop's top results on Google right now. GameStop short interest, GameStop squeeze. What if I just type in GameStop? Earnings, stock, short squeeze. It's right there on the top. I want to see GameStop short interest. Some people are saying that the short squeeze hasn't even really happened yet because there's still more shares outstanding than exist. You guys realize what that would mean, how high this freaking thing's going. Any way to pull up a live chart? Yeah, is it not updating live for you guys? All right, sound is good. Okay. That's the wrong mic. I think this thing's working. All right. Like I said, I'm kind of a boomer when it comes to this thing. All right. Short float as of December 31st. That's a little old. I need some more up-to-date results here. All right, GameStop. Oh, what did it come down to? 60. All right, 62. Yeah, this is all December data. This is no good. I need up-to-date information here. Let's see what Market Beat has to say. Google Trends? Oh, I don't know. I'm afraid to look at Google Trends. All right. Okay, so volume. No, I need shares outstanding. All right. Hope this is as of today. Outstanding shares, 102 million and change. Short percentage of float. That doesn't make any sense. Dollar volume sold short. Current short volume. All right. So to me this looks like a squeeze. All right, if this is accurate, but it looks like the last record date is 2020. Hey, somebody tell me, how do I find the current short interest on this thing? More chilly trades. Hey, Zach Banks, I'm working on that right now. I stopped doing that so I could do this video. Short interest is 200% according to Patient Johnson. Wall Street Bets has the info. You guys are hearing a different mic. I don't like that. Let's try this again here. Let's open sound settings and make sure you guys are hearing the right thing. How's that sound? Is that a little bit better? Let me know if that's going to work there. I'll wait for you guys to respond to it. We got a little bit of a delay. That's kind of how it goes. A Bloomberg terminal. Yeah, I need some good stuff here. I don't make enough money off of this yet to get a Bloomberg terminal, but one day I'm trying to get there. Look at the NASDAQ. They have short data from Wednesday. All right, we're at $66 on GameStop. God, that is incredible right now. God, jeez, man. I bought this thing like $10 ago. What if I turn up my mic volume? Does it sound a little bit different now? Does it sound a little bit better? And are you hearing like airport sounds if I do this? Then we'll know we got the mic working correctly. 68. God, see, this is the short squeeze that we've been waiting for. It has to be. There's no way GameStop is up 50% without it. 67. What am I up now on my one share? 30%? 28. I'm up 29% on a single share of GameStop. That's the amount of cash value I had left in Webull. And I just took it. I was like, fuck it. I want to play. I want some in on it. Up 30% in about 15 minutes. Thing is up to 67 bucks. You know, a couple of days ago, I was looking at Afria. I bought Afria back when it was about $8. I bought a Leaps on it. I could have sold a poor man's covered call at the $20 strike for about 80 bucks. At the time, 80 bucks would have been enough to buy a 55 by 60 call debit spread on GameStop, expiring in like 2 weeks. Today, that position that I would have spent 80 bucks on would be worth 500. Well, it would have been in the zone at which it would pay out 500 on expiration. So maybe up $350, $400. I'm going to kick myself every day for the next several months for not doing that. At least I got one share and I can play. I can have some fun here. But $70. Guys, you see that? 70 bucks on GameStop. It's absolutely unbelievable. This is pretty amazing. Does it still sound funny to you guys, the sound? Nobody's really given me any answers on that yet. Somebody hears me like I'm underwater. I don't know why that happens. I think I need something better. $72. Guys, the short squeeze is in full effect. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what Wall Street Bets is waiting for. $70 on GameStop. That is a all-time 73. Jeez, that's the squeeze. There it is. That's it. We are squeezing right now. Look at that. It has not been this high ever. Even back in 2007, when people were actually going to GameStop, when people used GameStop, it was not this high. $72. Hey, anybody who sold short, like the $40 strike, you are looking at a situation where you need to cover. It's up 70% today. If that were to happen again, we'd be looking at over $100 on GameStop. And I'm not saying that that's likely, but who would have expected that it goes up to $70 today? The guy Deep fucking Value? Is he still holding his shares? Let's go check out Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets. Who's this guy? All right, I don't know who that dude is. Wall Street Bets. What do we have going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, WSB Mod. Who's this guy? Future of Wall Street Bets. Most of you are helping GameStop shorts and you don't even know it. Do you remember when you bought that first car off your family? 20 bagger, GameStop $200. So this dude, what's he up? He's up 2,000%. Dude spent about $800. Now he's got 16,000 and change. And that was 50. Oh my God, this guy must be absolutely printing right now. I hope he didn't sell. This guy would be up another. What does he have? Doesn't actually show his position. I want an update. I want to see this guy's update. 70% up. Could have amnesia for a few days. Let's check out the mega thread. Has it been halted? No. Gonna resume at 65. They're actually taking it down. It's suspended. Deep fucking Value is still holding his shares, apparently. Watch it on Yahoo Finance. I'll just watch it, yeah. We'll go back to Yahoo Finance for a minute here. Honestly, just grab it this way. Let's just check out Yahoo Finance. Where's GameStop? Here we go. Did this thing actually get halted? Apparently it's overvalued right now, according to Yahoo. So thank you, Yahoo, for your deep analysis. We have a short-term uptrend. That's really great. Good algorithm. Look at this thing. Look at that 5-year chart. Phew. All right, so apparently this thing is halted right now. All right, let's check out the Motley Fool's coverage of why GameStop just popped 21%. Let's see if this is written by a bot here, or if a person actually put some time into this. Apparently Rich Smith wrote this. Let's see what he has to say. Yesterday was supposed to be a bad day for GameStop because Citron was going to post a reason why it would go back to $20. And by the way, I want to point out, going back down to $20 is a very unusual circumstance for GameStop anyway. It hasn't gone down to $20 in like 10 years. It's been, 6 months ago, saying that GameStop is going to 20, that would have been a bullish position. So if even Citron is calling it going down to $20, that's a pretty big deal. All right, the video did not arrive. We know the guy got hacked, apparently. All right, some believe that GameStop short sellers are suffering a squeeze, and that's probably true. It's also true, though, that Citron failed to publish the live stream. Okay, people hacking Citron Twitter. Like, this is what you say when you don't know how to use Twitter. I bet if you work at, like, a tech help center, a help desk, you're going to be getting people calling in about getting hacked all the time, really. They just didn't plug in their stuff. All right, the video wasn't live. Did anybody actually watch that video? I didn't even know they actually published it. Although, all right, so here's the 5 reasons they say. There is no short squeeze. That's obviously a lie. Hardware sales grew year over year, but GameStop sales declined 9%, so it's losing market share. Okay, we know that. It's no question about it. They got to revise their model a little bit. They're going to improve fundamentally. GameStop sells for 40 times next year's EBITDA, and it's not that high. Twitter mob is driving the price up. All right, the dude says Twitter is driving the price up. He clearly doesn't know about Reddit, so that's already a pretty big sign. And GameStop is more than $1 billion in debt. He'll probably sell stock to reduce its debt. You know, if GameStop doesn't sell any new shares, then I'd be pretty surprised. All right, looks like we're back live here. We'll be back at $70. So we came down a little bit after that very short-term halt. We're at 79 bucks, or 69 bucks rather. Kind of losing track. What do we got? What's the new chat? This shit is gonna moon. This is literally just short sellers getting liquidated. Honestly, I think so. I think a lot of people are. A lot of this is short sellers getting liquidated. All right, so it's. I guess it gave the market a minute to cool down and catch up. Probably get all the market makers back in line. That's probably what happened. All right, we're resumed. That's good. I guess my sound is good because nobody said anything. So, we're going down. Oh. Uh-oh. 64. See, this is where you're going to start seeing all the weak hands come in. Or come out, I should say. Anybody who's got some weak hands right now is going to start seeing this drop and assume that the short squeeze is either over or really actually isn't happening. Guys, we're up 50% right now on GameStop. Only the people who bought in the last 10 minutes are down. And I think there's actually going to be more demand for shares. Let's see, how's my one share doing? I think I bought at like 50. What am I at now? Well, I'm actually I'm up 10 bucks. Yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about this one share. I mean, I could lose the entire thing and I wouldn't blink. But if you have like $1 million in GameStop right now, I could understand why people are getting scared. I don't think that this is necessarily a. I mean, after getting halted, it's going to go down a little bit. It's going to do that. I wouldn't agree with anybody who says it's manipulation, but I think the market makers had to catch up with all the orders coming in. I'm not selling this thing. I got one share and I'm doing my part. Guys, I am doing my part. All right, so it looks like there's a couple of people here that are wondering what is happening. All right, they don't understand what a short squeeze is. You probably read about it several times. You don't actually know what it is. So here is my assessment. We'll get, yeah, I'll keep the comments open over here. All right, this is what a short squeeze is. When you short shares, what's actually happening is that you, as the person in the brokerage, are going to borrow shares from your broker, who will put it in your account, and then you can sell. They are giving you a share, you are borrowing it from them so that you can sell the share and get the money for it, right? Where does the broker get that share that they give you? It's not in the broker. Sometimes brokerages will have a pool of shares that they just keep and they can give to people so they can short them. But in the case of GameStop, they don't have that in that pool of shares. They have to go into somebody else's account, another person that uses that brokerage, take the share from that person, give it to you, and then you can sell it. That person that they borrowed from, they won't know that their share was shorted. That's not even a concern for them. The brokerages will keep track of that they've taken a share from somebody and given it to you as the short seller. Yeah, you guys need me to refresh my page. There we go. 73. We're back. We're back, guys. All right. I'm continuing on. All right. So in a short sell, all right, you have now sold a share that you just borrowed from your broker. All right. Let's say you shorted at $10. You receive $10 cash, and you are now short one share. Your broker is going to charge you a fee for having provided that service to you so that you could sell a share that you didn't have in your portfolio. All right. In the case of GameStop, so many people had shorted shares that those fees increased. There was so much demand for shorting shares that the brokerages had a really hard time finding any shares for those people to short. They have to go into somebody's account and take the share to give to you. And so many people were shorting that they could not sustain that. They could not find enough shares in other people's accounts to give to you to short. And that increased the fees dramatically. People had to start paying these large fees. I think the fee on it is like 30% or something ridiculous right now. You have to pay continuously, pay to your broker to sustain that short position. So as the stock price starts rising, if you sold short at 10, by the time the stock hits 20, you've already lost $10 per share, And on top of that, now you're paying fees to your broker. All right, now the shares are at 70. If you shorted at 10, and a lot of people did, you are now down 63 bucks per share. And by the way, you're paying 30% fees to your broker. That is an enormous expense to you as the short seller. Not only have you lost money, but now you've got to pay more money on top of the fact that you just lost money on shorting shares. What are you going to do if you're a short seller? You're going to throw in the towel, say, I screwed up, bad trade, and you're going to start buying shares to balance you out. You want to cover your short position. You no longer want to be short shares. So you're going to buy. You're going to close out that position. Did this thing get halted again? It's frozen again. It's stuck. Anyway, so you have now bought shares to cover. And what happens when people buy shares? The stock price rises. So now more people are in a position. The people that shorted at 40, now they have to buy shares to recover. People that's going to drive the price higher. People that shorted at 60, now they're buying shares to drive the price higher. That is a short squeeze. You are squeezing the shorts. They can no longer hold their short positions because it's too expensive. And that's forcing more and more people continuously to buy shares, drive the stock price up. Eventually, everybody's got to get squeezed out. All right, I think there was a great example of that was with Infinity. I think that's what it was called. If I can click a full, hold on a second. Somebody gave me great advice here. Click the full screen button and I can get a more live update. Okay, I'm with you. Wow, look at that. All right. I didn't even know you can do that. Shows what I know. Yeah, look how quickly this drop got bought up. We're at about 73, dropped down to 62, and within, what is that, less than 5 minutes? Reopened at 46, by 51, we were up. We were back up to all-time highs. Are we frozen again, guys? Are we frozen again over here? Another halt. I can't believe that. Why are they halting it? You know what it's got to be is that the market makers cannot handle all the orders coming through. That would be my expectation. All right, so somebody's asking, this is a good question. Why sell short instead of buying puts? What's the benefit? All right, a couple benefits. When you're selling short, typically, not during short squeeze, but typically when you're selling short, you're expecting that every single dollar that the stock price drops, you have a 100 delta. All right, so you sold short 100 shares, stock price goes down $1, then you make $100. Very simple. All right, if you bought a put, all right, not only do you have to spend money to buy the put, rather than receive money up front when you short, first of all, but you don't get that 100 delta. You don't immediately start seeing a 1-for-1 gain whenever the stock drops. So if you're expecting it to drop, typically what you want to do, just short the shares. You don't have to make it complicated. All right. And additionally, there's no implied volatility that's going to affect it. There's no extrinsic value. It's just a very simple way to make money as the stock drops. No problem. Buying puts is a way to leverage in, and oftentimes it would be better. But if you have $1 million, you might be able to buy 10,000 puts, or you can short as many shares as you can get your hands on, because you're not paying anything. You don't pay money to short. You just receive money to short. You get that credit up front. So sometimes if you have a very large account, then it's better. All right, Anish is asking, what is delta, theta, etc.? All right, that is an entire conversation. All right, delta, we're back open, so I'm going to get that one. Let's see, let's get that board back open. All right, and I'll try to explain delta very quickly. So delta is the amount of money that you make as the stock rises or drops by $1. So if you have a 100 delta, 1.00, that means for every dollar the stock drops or rises, you make or lose $100. All right, that's your delta. If you have a 0.5 delta, then as the stock rises or drops, you make or lose $50. All right, that's a super quick one. I have a video on that. It's really just too much to explain right now. If you don't know about the Greeks, check out my video on delta and gamma. That'll pretty much get you there. Theta is super easy. Every day, an options value will drop by just a little bit because of time passing. That's all you need to know. That's theta. Guys, 75.76. I can't even keep up. This is the short squeeze. There is no question about this. Guys, we're at $75 on GameStop. You realize how ridiculous that is? I love it. Look at that. You can almost not see the blue line on the right side. Where did I sell? I sold here. I sold about like right, you can't quite get to 8, but it was like right here. So in September, right before this. God, unbelievable. Talk about missing out. But I do have the 1 share, so at least I can get excited. I can play. I'm probably up like 20 bucks on that thing right now. Not that I have anything exciting to do with $20, but all right, 68. We're coming off just a little bit here, but still, this is higher. Back when GameStop was actually a fundamentally strong company, the stock was in the 50s, peaked at about 60 in 2007, and then crashed during that big crash and never recovered. Well, it recovered for a short time. It recovered, but then it came back down again. We're at 2007 levels for GameStop right now, back when people actually went there to buy games. There is no explanation other than that the short squeeze is in full effect. And I could not be more excited about it. All right, Queggs asks, what is my GameStop position? Guys, I have 1 share of GameStop because I just wanted it for the fun. I don't know enough about what GameStop is going to do to really throw money at it. I'm very, very upset that I didn't get more, but hey, I just want to play. So I bought a share so I can participate in the fun. Do I have an exit price? All right, here's what we're going to do. Check this out. We're going to come away from GameStop a little bit. I'm sure you guys are all watching it anyway. You don't need me to tell you what the price is. All right, let's check out the Infinity Squeeze. This is what a lot of people are looking for right here. Let's see if there's just a good image on the Infinity Squeeze. No, that's not it. Here we go. Let's pop this one out. Okay. So in Volkswagen in 2008 experienced what is called the Infinity Squeeze, when there was really no peak to it. It was just a matter of when were the people holding shares willing to sell them. That's pretty much it. Volkswagen experienced a short squeeze that went from like, I don't know, what would that be, 80 bucks? It probably tells us in this article somewhere. But look at this spike, up to almost $1,000. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here, but you're looking at least 100 times. Or no, this is about 10. It went up like absurdly high. It squeezed until people were willing to let go of their shares. And hedge funds really suffered bigly because of this. And that might be our new Citron. Here, let's see, when did it actually peak? Will it tell us? No. It's probably not the best article about it, but I would recommend looking up the Volkswagen Infinity Squeeze. As far as the price target for GameStop now, I mean, who knows, man? I mean, it could go to anywhere it wants to. As long as people are not willing to sell their shares, then it's got all kinds of room to run. And I'm just here for the party. Like, I don't really have a big position here. But I am excited for you guys that are making all kinds of bank off of this thing. It's pretty amazing. Somebody made 70 bucks off of this today. All right. Palantir flirting. Oh, is it really flirting with 30? Guys, I have leaps. I have the $10 leaps on Palantir. Yeah, we're at 20. Wow. Palantir is over 30. All right, well, I guess my covered calls just got blown the fuck out. But I'm probably looking pretty darn good on those leaps right now. So we have a nice strong position on Palantir. Right now I'm playing LRCX. I know we're talking about GameStop right now, but you guys check out LRCX as well. Oh, I just realized that you guys haven't been able to see the whole right side of the screen. I'm going to take this down a little bit. There we go. A little bit better. LRCX is still probably my favorite stock right now to own. Keep that one in mind, guys, for your own personal use. All right, what's going on here with our GameStop? We're coming off just a little bit. I don't see any reason why sentiment has changed. It's already been halted twice at the top. That's pretty weird, honestly. Yeah, guys, drop some rockets in here. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, what I really want to do is make a proper video on the GameStop short squeeze. I stopped making the dank trades video. I put it on pause so I could do this. But I really do want to make a proper video on the short squeeze and explain it as soon as I can. I just wish I had time. You know, I'm so close right now to just swapping over to fixed income and living however I want to, but not quite there, just getting close. When Citron, according to Restay, when Citron said they were long on XL, the stock never went up. And so this stock has one of the worst. All right, you guys want me to check out some other tickers. All right, let's put GameStop on pause right now. Down to 6. Oh shit! It went down to 63. Shows how much I know. All right, let's look at BlackBerry. People are talking about BlackBerry. What do we got? All right, BlackBerry is at. Yeah, that went up. Oh, good for them. I just mooned a little bit. BlackBerry's 2-year chart. Yep, we're back to highs for 2 years. Yep, we are back to 5-year highs. We're just shy of the all-time high, I think. Probably spiked in like 2000, yeah, or 2008. All right, we got a little time to go before we get to the all-time highs, but clearly this is a stock that can move. I don't know. And then you guys said AMC also. It was like at $2 last time I saw it. All right, so 3. It's come up. It's come up a little bit over the last couple of months here. I don't know. I think movie theaters are going to make a comeback, but they got a lot of debt they got to pay off, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Maybe I'm wrong. AMC is next, you guys are saying. Patience. Halted, going down. All right, Loki says, is my occupation related to investing or financial analysis? I'm a cartographer. I make maps. Somebody says, I need to use TradingView. I'm not too familiar with that. I think I own shares of it, though. All right, Logan is asking for thoughts on iPod stock. So, hey, I actually have shares of iPod in the 3K challenge account, which I need to make an episode of. As soon as I get the poor man's covered call video out, we'll go back to that. All right, iPod. Okay, so it's definitely come off a little good amount today. I bought around here at like, I don't know what it would be. It was like around $12, something like that. Got in pretty early on it. Anything that says this, Social Capital, Keto Sophia Holdings, buy those. That's all you got to do. I mean, you're talking about Chamath Palihapitiya, whatever the hell his name is. Chamath Palihapitiya, something like that. Awesome rockstar CEO, kind of popularized the SPAC model. I love all of these. You know, they're not having a good day, so maybe this isn't the right day to be showcasing these. But anything, you got IPO, D, E, and F, I think are the ones that are still active right now. Searching for targets. IPO E, they announced that they're merging with somebody. Can't remember who it was. I don't have any shares of them. But you can see this huge volume spike. As soon as they announce that they have a merger planned, massive volume spikes. It's come down, but the volume is still pretty high compared to what it has been prior. So you've got a lot of room to run on things like these. I got iPod. They haven't announced their merger partner yet, but we've got good volume. You know, I think it's going to keep rising. I'm just holding on to my shares and see where it goes. Anything that's owned by this guy is absolutely bae. Chamath Palihapitiya. It's a Sri Lankan last name. This guy right here. He's had some great calls in the past. I mean, he called Bitcoin in like 2013, Tesla around the same time. Space was his first. And by space, I mean Virgin Galactic was the first SPAC that he brought to market by merging with Virgin Galactic. His SPAC that was IPO A, I think, his first one. A lot of great stuff coming out of this CEO right here. So if Kathy Wood is bae, then he is female bae, or male bae. And if they team up, we've just got a rock star stock. So that's my thoughts on iPod. I'm holding this one long and strong. All right, what's going on with GameStop? I saw we had come off a little bit. What do we got? Buying the dip. Somebody's buying the dip. We got diamond hands. All right, you guys want me to use TradingView. Is that free? Is TradingView free? Can I just get on that? Or I gotta like buy something? I'm not trying to do that right now. Let's see, what is it? .com? All right, TradingView.com. Start free trial. Ooh, man. Hey, I gotta pay for this thing? How much is this here? Basic, okay. Oh, refer a friend, get 30 bucks. Okay, cool. That's fun. Skip trial, what do I get? Charts. Technical indicators. All right, I've never heard of this before. All right, maybe I gotta do that. 2 million degenerates versus a lemon. All right. Anish says, assuming GameStop makes it to 100, how much would deep fucking value have made? Like 14 million at least. What's he at? Like 7 million right now? Well, as of yesterday. I don't know what he did when his calls started to expire. What does anybody know? What did he do with those calls? I know he cashed out. He has to pay tax on them. But what did he do with the money? Did he reinvest it into shares? All right, y'all are telling me it's free, so that's good. Create account. You can use it without trial. All right. I will make an account on TradingView just for you guys. Privacy, please, so I don't fuck myself up. All right. We're gonna get started. I'm gonna log in with my Google. Go with Mikey Millions. Choose a photo. No, I don't think so. I don't think I will. All right, am I in? That's it. All right, that was it's pretty painless. I think I'm good now. All right, TradingView is loading, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, cool. All right, that's fun. I didn't know that I could do that. All right, we're definitely going to add GameStop to our watch list. All right, that's pretty cool. Now, why is it in the Forex watch list? I don't want that. I want it in my stock watch list. What do I gotta click and drag this thing up or something? All right, GameStop, top of the watch list. I'm gonna flag it too. All right, cool. All right, thanks for the tip on this one, guys. We got TradingView now, and GameStop is tinkering around here. Let me move this guy over. I'm gonna move my trading window. All right, I think we're live. We're back online. We're back up. All right, we're at about 64-ish right now. 65, 67. More shares. He converted to shares. All right. Hey, looks like our boy, he had bought 50,000 shares. I'm telling you, this guy, deep fucking value, he must have made so much money off of this thing that I am embarrassed that I didn't take his advice. But I mean, who knows? You know, when it's something like that. He expected this thing to go up. We've seen several times the super confident people on Wall Street Bets have been unsuccessful with their calls. I think this one had a little more mustard behind it than most people, just saying rocket ships next to a ticker. But hey, we're at 61 right now, so we're not quite at that $70 level, but we got some room here. All right, Afria is down a little bit. Palantir broke above 30 before coming off a little bit. All right, let's pause on GameStop. Looks like it's actually coming down a little bit. It's a good opportunity to get back in there. Hey, let's look at Palantir. So my position right now on Palantir, I've got 5 leaps at the $10 strike, and I've been selling poor man's covered calls between $25 and $30. Right now I got the lower end of that, and I'm on 25. So today kind of hurt a little bit, but I'm in a perfectly good position to roll. And in fact, I've probably made more money off of the leaps today than I've lost on the covered call. So we're still looking pretty good. I've got plenty of space here to roll. Not worried about it. I'm sure I've done all right. If I cashed out now, I'd have enough gains to buy 100 shares. So put it in perspective. I'm curious about what people have about click the full featured chart. Why do you guys? What are you guys talking about? Full featured chart. Okay, just for you guys. This better be good. Clicking too many buttons here. Why is this helpful? Same daggone thing. All right. Okay, so I bought Leaps when the price was about $14. I bought the in-the-money calls at the $10 strike. All right, give me a nice heavy delta. I think it was already pretty close to 90 when I bought it. Now I'm sure it's well above 90 now. Gives me a good position to start selling covered calls against it. Even though it's just a Leaps and not 100 shares, I can sell covered calls against it. And it's been printing like $800 a month, something like that. So really good income off of Palantir. I think now you'd have to look at about $20 strikes or $22 strikes before you start finding those 90 deltas on the long-term Leaps. It's still a good option. I was lucky that I got in like here. And the price was about $14 and bought just slightly in the money. Well, 40% of the money, but it was only $4 difference. Click the full featured chart. Why are you guys, how delayed are you guys? I've been clicking on the full featured chart. He's a billionaire now. GameStop 62. Is this not the full featured chart? I think you guys are delayed by like 40 seconds or something, which is unfortunate. So I'm way behind what's going on with the chat. All right, yes, I am a noob about this. All right, let's go back to GameStop because that's really why we're here. All right, GameStop, where are we at? Let me make sure I'm on the full featured chart. Is this the full featured chart, guys? Are we good? Do I need to do something else here? Okay. All right, we're down to 60. All right, so we're losing some momentum. Still up 40% on the day. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Even though we're not at those 70 levels. But I do think, click on the full featured chart in the top right. Read your damn chat. Guys, I'm trying to do more than one thing at a time here. Is this not the full featured chart? You guys want candles? All right, where are we at? This is my, no, that's not what we need. All right, you guys want the candles. Okay, there you go. Am I on the full featured chart? Looks like it. Record video, full screen. What, is that what you guys want? You want full screen? This is not helpful. I got my chat window over the side. How about that? Is that a little better for you guys? All right. All right, chat refresh is a bit slow. Okay. All right. They want to see candlesticks. Okay, here's your candlesticks. All right, ladies, gentlemen, probably all gentlemen. All right, we are seeing some profit taking at this point, and I think we're seeing some weak hands that are coming off here. So we have this long tail, this long shadow or tail, it's called, up to about 76 at the high. And we've since come down to 58. So obviously, extremely volatile stock, massive, massive volume. We're a little more than halfway through the day, but we've definitely got more than half of the volume of this previous massive candle. It's going to be a tough iron hands at this point, or diamond hands as we're calling it now. That's going to be a little bit tough because this is a little bit scary seeing it come down like this. I'm probably, what am I up now? 5%? Should have taken my freaking $20. Shit. What am I up? I'm still up 10%. I'm up $5. If this thing goes down to 52, I'm going to be a little upset. I'm supposed to be making money here. Set chart to 1 minute. 1 day, adjust, where are we at? Adjust for dividends, toggle auto. All right, let me add a full screen mode here. Alert, financials. Guys, give me the scoop. What's the deal here? Easily YOLO, YOLO. Oh wait, bag holders are selling. Oh, that's true too. Hey guys, there's probably a good number of people that have been short for years and years, or even holding for years and years, and they want to get out at this point. 11 seconds behind me. All right, thank you, Cube Domination, for the information. Get out of full screen. Please use Riot with the next 3K challenge. I actually did hold Riot for a little while. My 3K challenge account, I've been trying to make videos so I can finally get back on the 3K challenge. It is up. I don't want to spoil it. It's nothing crazy, but it was fun. to do the 3K challenge. I'm still trying to do it. I got to get the poor man's covered call video out before I can because I've been using that strategy so heavily, and people that have tried to emulate it, they kind of messed up. They're not really using mechanically good trades, and I want to make sure that people are using poor man's covered calls correctly. So I got to make the instructional video first before I start showing it off in the 3K challenge account. That's why I haven't made a video in a long time, because I only make like one video a month, sometimes two, and I'll do one of these. The next one is the most partisan trades. I'm working on that one now. I actually stopped working on that one to do this because I was so excited about watching this thing. So it's not freshest trades this time. It's the most partisan trades of the election cycle. So that one is going to be out as soon as I finish it. I'm going to try to do it as quick as I can. Ivan says, "Are you a millionaire?" No, I'm not quite there yet, man, but it's growing. Another 2020 and I'll be a millionaire. That'll be fun. Make more Wall Street Bets videos. Yes, that is what I'm doing before I pause to come do this. And I'm really excited about this, so I need to take a break. All right, we're back on here. We are back up to 60. That's good. What is it? Somebody said they want the 1 minute chart. Candles, hollow candles, line, baseline. How the hell do I adjust here? Create alert. Nope, I don't want that. 1 day. Here we go. I want the 1 minute chart. All right, minute by minute. Oh, this is cool. All right, minute by minute. We can actually see where the volume came in. We had these huge volume spikes up here to 60. Yep, that makes sense. And we have a slightly lower volume on the walk down, but still pretty high overall. And we are dropping again. Guys, the baseline here is about this $52 level, which is right where I bought it. So I'm not astonished to see it get to that point. I think we might actually go down to 52 before we start seeing an increase again. You can just see this is where there was some consolidation happening around here. It's not hard. You can kind of step flat point. So I think we may actually go down to that level, and that's going to kind of be pivotal. It can go in either direction from there. I mean, no surprise. But I think if we're going to see a turnaround, it's right here. I'll watch it turn around right now, and I can just shoot my mouth off for no reason. But I think that's what we're seeing. All right, somebody says, what happens if your covered call is in the money? What happens to your loops with Palantir, for example? All right, good question, Sam S. So if you have a poor man's covered call, like right now I've got the $10 strike. I'm long the $10 strike. I am short the $25 strike. You guys are saying I'm sharing the wrong screen. What are y'all talking about? Oh, you're right. It's frozen again. It just does that sometimes. Stand by, guys. I got y'all. We're going to go back to we're going to reopen GameStop, snipping, partisan trades, live stream. It always does shit like this. I don't understand. There's something wrong with my OBS because it'll just like freeze the screen sometimes. Yeah, I'll just make a new window. I don't know why it does that. I'm kind of... Oh, there we go. All right. How are we looking now? You guys up to speed here? I don't know why it does that. It does sometimes. I gotta like refresh the screen. All right. So we're down at 56. It looks like 57. All right. So I was a little off. If we do see a reversal here, then we could say I was off. All right, Mikey, how did I acquire all this knowledge of the market? Because I love the market and I spend like all day thinking about the market. That's the main reason. All right, we're working. Okay. All right, we fixed it. We're back on here. Screen is frozen. Sorry, guys. It just does that sometimes. Yeah, all right, we're good. Thoughts on the future of Wall Street Bets and its power as a market influencer? Clark, I am excited about the future of Wall Street Bets and where it can go from here. I mean, the amount of increased interest we see in the stock market overall just because of Wall Street Bets is awesome. And culturally, I'm excited that people at all walks of life are starting to get involved in finance in general. I mean, it's such an amazing tool to put your money to work for you. And I don't necessarily encourage buying deep out-of-the-money calls, like FDs basically. It's not mature investing, but people can start doing that when they're like 20. By the time they're 30 and they actually have people counting on them for money, they'll know how to invest in a good, solid way that's reliable. And I love that culturally. And it also means that we now know more people in our day-to-day life that are investors as well. And that means that Wall Street isn't always going to be regarded as this bad guy that just takes money from the government every time it gambles and loses. I think it's a great thing. As far as Wall Street Bets in general, my biggest fear is that it becomes too powerful and Reddit has to do something about it because it's manipulative of the market. I think that's going to be a pretty tough case to make, that a bunch of 18 to 25-year-olds are actually influencing the market in a serious way. And I think the funds would have to be pretty embarrassed to admit that that's happening. But I do think from Reddit's perspective that it's dangerous for them to let people have this platform that's actually causing market manipulation. So even if market manipulation is not really happening through Wall Street bets, if Reddit decides that it's too much of a risk that it could be, then we're in trouble and we're going to lose Wall Street bets. And if that happens, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know, because Wall Street Bets is kind of where I get most of my material for the YouTube channel. I'll be very upset if we lose Wall Street Bets. Very, very upset indeed. So that's my thoughts. Hope that makes sense to you guys. But I mean, I love the direction it's going as becoming a more serious way. All right, Sam asked me a good question. I stopped talking about it because you guys gave me info. So if you, like, I own the Palantir Leaps at 10, I sold at 25. What happens, he's asking, what happens if the stock goes up? It goes up above 25. All right, if it expires up there and I get assigned, okay, then my broker is going to short me shares at the $25 strike. That's what will happen with me because I'm using Merrill Lynch and it'll allow me to short shares. I would be short however many shares, in my case, 500 shares of Palantir at the $25 strike. It would suck, but I'd still hold my Leaps. Other brokerages that won't allow you to do that, they won't allow you to short shares like Robinhood, they will close that spread for you right before you get assigned, if it's at expiration. If it's at expiration, they're going to close it. All right, they're just going to sell your Leaps, and they're going to buy back your call, and you may have gained or lost money just depending on how the trade worked out for you. All right. Alternative, if your broker doesn't do that for some reason, or you get assigned early, then your broker will buy back. If they can't buy back the short, then they will force you to buy 500 shares at the market and then sell it at the $25 strike. So if the stock is $29 when you get assigned early, then you're going to buy shares at $29 and sell it at $25 for a $400 loss for every contract. If you don't have enough money in your account to facilitate that, you don't have enough cash, they're going to start selling assets off on your account. So the first thing they should do, I can't guarantee they're going to do it, the first thing they should do is go after your Leaps, and they're going to start selling your Leaps to raise capital until they have enough. All right. If that's still not enough, they're going to margin call you. So really, really bad situation to be in if you get assigned early, unless you've got, but that's why it's so important to have Leaps that are deep in the money. Because if you have a 90 plus delta on your Leaps, then selling off those Leaps is almost always going to be enough to compensate for any loss that you would have suffered on the PMCC. But if you're buying like 50 delta Leaps and you end up in the money, it might not be enough. It could really hurt you. So that's my recommendation to you, is just buy those really deep in the money Leaps. All right, y'all are saying frozen again. Okay. All right, are we back online now? I think what's happening, guys, is that I'm unable to have at the same time my chat window open and my trading view window open at the same time. OBS is only updating the one that's actually active at the time. So I got to keep clicking back to my chat window to see what you guys are saying, and then I got to click back to my OBS window, not my OBS window, my trading view window to get that back open. I don't know. If anybody knows how to fix that, let me know, and I'm sure I'll see an answer in like 40 seconds because that's how long the delay is. Hey, at the end, thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. Thanks, guys. And I'm glad that you learned a lot from the channel. I want to make more videos for you guys so you guys can learn even more. Oh, I could use my phone to read the chat, couldn't I? That is actually great info. Thank you very much for that. I wonder how long it would have taken me to think of that. Probably would have taken me like the rest of the day. Watch on TV. In fact, I don't even know how to do that. So screw it, man. It's what I'm with this. But thank you. All right, Bradley says it's never even frozen, so maybe it's not on everybody's end. I wonder how much longer my daughter is going to give me before she wakes up. Once my daughter wakes up, I'll try to bring her down here and see if we can get Becky's reaction to the short squeeze. What does she think? Clearly my $52 estimate was a bit off. Looks like we bounced at around 55. It's actually a pretty bullish sign that we didn't get back to this basing pattern here, which I guess would have been topped at around 53. So not too far off, 55, 53, but that's still a bullish sign that we actually made a higher low. You know, we bounced back up from a point above this consolidation pattern. So pretty cool. That's good. It's a bullish sign. We might see some more life out of GameStop from here after all. I'm digging that big time. Let's see what else we got going on here. They're saying, is it too late to buy in? Actually, I think this is actually a pretty good time to buy in because it looks like we have bounced off of the that consolidation pattern and now we're going back up. So, all right, BlackBerry's taken off. AMC is taken off. Do I think there will be a Wall Street Bets inspired ETF? I would love to have a WSB inspired ETF. God, that would make me so happy. I would absolutely love that. That would not only be like a gold mine for content, but it would actually be really fun to trade. I would be so hyped about that. All right, get in on BlackBerry. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see what BlackBerry is doing here. Why is everybody so hyped about BlackBerry to begin with? Okay, BlackBerry's up 5%, guys. It's barely moved. It's up 40. Oh, well, it's risen today, but not since we started the stream. All right, next, AMC. All right, hey, there we go. Okay, now we're talking. AMC in the last little bit, we've gone up. What would that be? Well, I guess it's not a whole lot, but percentage-wise, it's a pretty decent jump there. 14% on the day. I mean, compared to GameStop, that's peanuts, but guys, not too bad. Congratulations to longs on AMC. That's awesome. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just make this like 1 centimeter taller over here. All right, that'll do. Adjustment made. AMC is a real play. Can shift and use it to measure percentages. Really? I can hit shift and see what percentage we've risen. All right, that's cool. This is why you guys love this thing so much. All right, so 4% there since we started talking. When did I start talking? About an hour ago, maybe? I'm on the 1 minute chart here, so that percentage, 20%. All right, cool. Hey, congratulations to the longs. Pretty big deal. What's Palantir doing right now? I need to know. Because my Palantir poor man's covered calls are at risk. We're up above 30 again, so these are at risk of getting blown out. If that happens, I'm going to have to roll to a higher strike. I'm probably still going to roll to another in-the-money position. But meanwhile, my leaps are probably up pretty strongly today. Where are we at? $4. So I'm probably up like 2 grand on, maybe not quite 2 grand, like 1,500 on the leaps. And I'm probably down about the same, a little bit less than that on the covered calls. So I'm going to have to roll in order to make sure I lock in that profit on the leaps. It's not too bad. Could be a little bit better. I just wasn't expecting a 16% jump today, but they don't expire until next week. And knowing the way Palantir usually works, it's probably going to go down tomorrow anyway, or Monday, whatever. All right, we're at 60, so kind of consolidating again here. I think we've still got room to run, so I'm just going to hold my 1 share so I can get excited about the increased price. All right, if this thing goes below 55, though, we're at, and then it doesn't stay above 52 and change, then we could be looking at a little bit nastier of a price movement. Palantir is flying, 29, yep. All right, Daniel says, what do I think the big banks and big hedge fund strat would be against Wall Street Bets kind of forums? Ooh, hey, what would they do? I don't know, good question. What would a big bank or hedge fund do against a Wall Street Bets ETF? Die? That's probably what they would do. Every one of them would probably leave it to the retailers. I can't see them getting in on something like that because they have such little faith in the Wall Street Bets type community. Why? You know, it's pretty, it's stereotypical to consider that 18-year-olds are really, really dumb about trading, and we kind of were at 18. But by the time you're 22, I mean, you've got 4 years experience, and that's still a lot of the Wall Street Bets community. I think they're not putting enough faith in us. They'd probably take some kind of position. I don't expect it would be very large, but it would mostly be retail and control. And besides, you're talking about 6 million retail traders. If even 1/10 of them get in on it, there's 600 grand, 600,000 people buying shares, and that's a lot. You're adding a lot of people to this thing. All right, Glenn says, what should I do with my Palantir covered calls expiring January 29th at 27.50? Roll. Do just like I'm doing. You want to buy back those covered calls and sell new ones expiring at a later date at a higher strike for more premium than you just spent to buy back your current share. Does that make sense? Let me know. Like, if it's going to cost you $300 right now to buy back your calls, your short calls, you want to just go out another week or two, another couple of weeks, and then sell new covered calls at a higher strike. And it will save your position. All right, GameStop, you're putting me to sleep here. Or am I up now? I think I'm still up about 10 bucks. Getting a little bored here, though. My viewers are drying up. What the hell happened? Still up about $10 and change on GameStop. Hey, congratulations to my man Light. He is up $11,000 today. Jesus. $60 calls. Good for him. Congratulations to Light. God, that is so cool. Good for him. Well, he's back in the game. Freaking awesome. He just straight up bought calls and made like 11 grand today. Amazing. All right, let's see here. What do we what else should we be checking out? All right, you guys have said AMC. All right, BlackBerry was ripping. All right, switched. Probably people switching to BlackBerry right now. Yeah, I'll explain. Let me explain the short squeeze one more time for those that are just joining in. All right, in a short squeeze, what's happening is that people who have shorted the shares. Shorting the shares means that you don't have the share in your portfolio, you want to sell it anyway to make money, so you are going to borrow a share from your broker, it goes into your account, and you sell it. You are now short one share. All right? But where does your broker get that one share? They have to borrow it from somebody else's account, somebody else that uses the broker. Okay? They will take the share from that person's account, put it in yours, and then you sell it, and you get money. Okay? The person that had the share to begin with, they don't know that the broker shorted it. But that's not a concern for them. The broker has taken that share from that person and put it in your account. For providing that service, you must pay your broker a fee. Every day you're going to pay them a little bit. Usually it's minuscule, tiny, tiny percentages. But we had so many people shorting GameStop that the broker ran out of accounts to go into and take shares from people to give them to you so you could sell it. They ran out of shares. So the fees started getting very, very, very high. All right, now you're talking about, I think it's like 30% fees right now. If you want to borrow a share from your broker so you can sell it, you got to pay your broker like 30% of the price. It's absurd. All right, the idea here is that if you're buying at like, or if you're shorting at like 10 bucks and the price rises to 50, not only have you lost $40 per share, but you are now also paying your broker large fees on top of it. When that happens, the people that were short and they're losing money, they must buy shares to cover that short position. Right, so they are no longer at a short situation. They are just closed out. They've lost money, but they're done with it. But they're buying back shares in order to get to that point. As they're buying back those shares, the price starts rising. They're buying shares. The price has now risen further. People who didn't short down at 10 but shorted at 20, now they are deep in the money too, or deep losses. Now they've got to buy. And they go even high. Now the price goes even higher. So your people that aren't willing to sell their shares, they're holding, and people are still buying to make the price rise. You know, you have to constantly buy at a higher and higher price to cover those shorts. You're literally getting squeezed. You're squeezing those shorts. So they are continuously losing money. They've got to buy at higher and higher prices. It just sends the price rocketing. Anybody who had calls or anybody who was holding shares, they are going to print money. That is the short squeeze. If that makes sense. All right, that is okay. So Kyle bought 100 shares at 40 a day or two ago. If he had made his trailing stop just 1% deeper, he would have sold at the peak of 72. Still very happy with selling at 75, 55. Okay, cool. Hey, good job, Kyle. That's a pretty good gain. It's like $1,500. Yeah, if you didn't close a short position in the last 13 years, you're red right now. True. Pretty much anybody who shorted ever is red, unless they did it 13 years ago. Nobody's holding a short position for 13 years. All right. Now let's see what we got going on over here. Where's GameStop at? 61. All right, so it's definitely cooling down a little bit, but we've still got an uptrend, a more real uptrend. We're not having that massive squeeze. I still think that we're squeezing. I think we're going to continue squeezing. But this drop is going to shake out people that don't know how high GameStop is going to go. I don't think $100 is crazy, but that's really, really high, even for a good short squeeze. How high does the squeeze go? I don't know. Volume staying pretty consistent. These huge spikes right here. This was probably somebody covering, like a massive cover at, what was the price at that point? Like 70s? And then people started to sell once the price got back. You're just looking at profit taking when we were up here at 76. And that's okay. If you were buying this morning and you're not taking some profit at 70s, then you got more patience than I do, because I would have been very scared of that. Stretch is up 2K. That's awesome. Congratulations to those that are still holding. You guys might remember during my 3K challenge that I had 2 leaps at the $3 strike on GameStop. Those things would each be worth like $5,800 right now. So I would have been up like 11 G's and change just in those GameStop positions. I'm a little bit upset about that, but it's okay. There's always another one. Might not be another short squeeze, but there's going to be stocks that go up $58 from when I buy them. So I'm all right. For those wondering, the 3K challenge is coming back. Yes, I'm not going to give up. I'm not done with the 3K challenge. It was just very important to me that I get the Poor Man's Covered Call video out first before I do the 3K challenge episodes, because I'm using that strategy so heavily. I don't want people to misunderstand how to use it by watching my videos, get the wrong idea, try to replicate it, and then end up losing money. Because you can lose money on a Poor Man's Covered Call if you don't set it up correctly. So I've got the script already written out for that. I'm finishing my Dank Trades video as soon as I can. So then we're doing the Poor Man's Covered Call. And then I know I owe you guys a 3K challenge video. And we're going to do that one as soon as I can get there. And I promise we're getting there. It's just really tough for me to make videos. What I should probably be doing right now is making a 3K, not a 3K challenge. I should be making a Poor Man's Covered Call video. But GameStop was ripping, so I really wanted to do this instead. Kazumo says, remember me talking about buying GameStop last summer? Yes, when I did fundamental analysis by going to the store and taking pictures behind me over my shoulder of the other employees, of the other shoppers and the employees. Yeah, that was some pretty rock solid fundamental analysis. Yeah, I wish I kept those, man. Wish I kept those shares, but that's all right. We got more. The ones that I'm most excited about now, the stocks, are probably LRCX. Love that one. It's like 550 bucks, but if you guys can take a stake in it, then by all means go for it. I'm really excited about Lamb Research. Check it out if you guys don't know what that is. Go for it. What else am I super hyped about right now? YOLO, the stock YOLO. I'm not saying YOLO. I'm saying the ticker YOLO, which is, well, I just pull it up. All right, for weed stocks, I'm really excited about YOLO. Why does this look like shit? We got low volume. Yeah, we got weak ass volume. Let's do the 1 hour chart. All right, not the highest volume of any of the weed stocks, but this ETF. This holds companies in Canada and in the US. So I think that we're going to see a lot of these weed companies start really doing well in the United States, but partnered with Canada, the Canadian companies. We saw that happen with Afria. I think they partnered with, not Kronos, Tilray. I think those are both Canadian, but they have access to the US markets. I'm thinking that those companies that partner with the US, they're in Canada producing, they're selling in the United States, they're forming partnerships, they might even merge together. Those, I think, are the companies that are going to do really well. I don't know specifically which ones. So I buy the ETF, and now I've got the whole industry in one ticker. I really wanted to buy like thousands of shares of this thing in my my Merrill Lynch account, but since it's cannabis, and cannabis still isn't federally legal, I can't buy it in Merrill Lynch. I had to buy it in Robinhood, which is not my favorite brokerage to use, and I just didn't have enough money in there to really take the position I wanted. So I'm just using premiums from poor man covered calls to buy shares of YOLO. If you can get on this and you want to play weed stocks, YOLO is my play. Another one, if you just want the US, you don't want Canada, you're not interested, you just want to play the US, then MSOS is the one to go to. Let's look at the year-to-date so far. Why does it look like shit? No, because it's year-to-date. And people, when Biden got elected, what, like here, it was kind of settled. I think probably around here. You know, it's gone up. It's not quite doubled, but it's gone up quite a bit on expectations that U.S. cannabis industry is going to get really strong. And if you just want Canada, there's always MJ. Highest volume, really strong performer overall. I don't know if MJ, with just its Canadian companies alone, is going to be enough to really see a strong move from U.S. legalization. I'm kind of counting on partnerships forming between U.S. and Canada to make that happen. That's why I like YOLO, because you get the best of both worlds. That's my 2 cents there. What else we got? What are you guys chatting about? Bought a couple GameStop leaps. Congratulations. That's awesome. What price? Somebody says, what price does GameStop have to beat to totally fuck up Citron's vibe? Again, I think they're already, at this price, they're already like jacked up. Citron is in the hole big time. They're hurting. To totally mess them up, dude, I don't know. They've probably got so much money at Citron right now that they're really not that concerned about these drops. As long as they start coming off these pops, as long as they come off again, Citron will be okay. They're not going to actually go bankrupt, but they're going to lose money for sure. They've already lost money. I got no question about that. All right, we want to look at NEO. All right, we'll do AMC and BB time. We'll look at NEO first. Fun fact: this is the one I'm supposed to be trading for my next episode of the 3K challenge. So I think it was like back here I was supposed to be making an episode. No, it wasn't that low. It was like at 40. So it was about here. I was supposed to be making an episode trading NEO and did not. I can't believe NEO and GameStop are the same price. It's unbelievable. I don't know what their market caps are, but it's pretty crazy. I was supposed to be getting in here. I probably would have gone with either an Iron Condor and I don't know. Would I have survived it? Maybe. Maybe would have survived that Iron Condor because it would have finished right where I wanted it to. At this point, I would love to use a poor man's covered call on NEO. I don't know if we're going to get it because I don't know if I'm going to have enough cash. I'm going to have like $500 in cash that I can use. I don't know if we're going to quite get enough for the poor man's covered call on NEO. Probably not. But barring that, I'm probably going to do some combination of put credit spreads and long calls. Because I like NEO. I think NEO is good. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's Chinese. And I don't know. You guys can tell me if that's messed up or not. But after watching what Luckin Coffee did they even have that posted here anymore? No, Luke Oil Futures. What is it? LKQ now? Can I type in the name of the company? There you go. All right. Luckin Coffee. After watching what Luckin... Is it back up to $9? Really? Wow. But after watching what Luckin Coffee did over the past... like here, I swear to God, guys, I almost started wheeling it around here. Right before the... You guys can't see that one. But I almost started wheeling Luckin Coffee right here at around the $40 level. I was like, you know what, I think Luckin Coffee is really going to become the next Starbucks of China. I should get in on it now, start putting money into shares, do some wheeling. But I didn't. I almost did. I think my daughter interrupted me, and I was like, all right, I'll do it tomorrow. Next day, bam, delisted. Stock got destroyed. And that would have really, really sucked. So I don't think NEO is quite the same caliber in terms of its potential to be scammy. But does it worry me? Yes. It is Chinese. That's what worries me about NEO. Otherwise, I'd probably get in on it. All right. BlackBerry. What do we got, BlackBerry? What are we doing here? All right. We're up. Let's change my chart here. Let's do 30-second charts. I need to have premium. It's definitely not going to happen. All right. BlackBerry coming off just a little bit. Looks like we hit those $14 highs, though. That's really cool. Good. Congratulations to the longs there. Let's check out AMC. AMC, I think fundamentally this one has a shot at actually recovering. People are going to want to go back to the movie theater. I don't know how much debt they racked up over the past several months, but they have had almost no customers. But fundamentally, I think this thing can actually climb back. This is probably a good long position. Check and make sure they don't have too much debt first, because that could be the killer. But if they're low to medium on debt, you can get a lot out of this one. All right, let's see. Hold for review. Check the gaps to fill on GameStop on the 30-minute. All right, so Neo is definitely more expensive than GameStop, even though the share prices are the same. Or in terms of market cap, Neo is a lot higher market cap. Cars are made by Jack, which is owned by Volkswagen. Not impressed with Neo. They grew 100% or 1,000% or something stupid. I don't know. I think I like Neo with the service that they're providing in China. I think that's great. I think they really need some more electric cars. That'd be awesome. I don't know what their pace of production is going to look like. Are they going to become the Tesla of China? That's a little bit tougher sell. All right, GameStop, where are we at? We're starting to get a little softer here. Let's see. All right. Let's look at the 30-minute charts. Yeah, a little bit of a gap around the 40s, but that would be pretty wild if it actually gets down to that price. I think we've got a lot of demand for shares at around the $60 level. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Thank you guys for recommending TradeView. I actually kind of like this. And now we can actually go, I gotta hold shift. No, what is it? Hold shift. And draw my line. What's going on here? Alright, I don't know what the fuck I just did. Alright. Down from top to bottom, 37%. So isn't that like a good Fibonacci level? Somebody that does Fibonacci's, you guys tell me. Oh, there we go. Alright, I figured it out. Look at me. Alright, we didn't lose 37%. We lost 30%. 28%. For some reason, that's ringing a bell as one of like those Fibonacci's. You guys tell me. You're dropping like that. 27-ish is one of those Fibonacci's that the algos will start trading off of. I think it might be. I'm not positive though. Alright, tossed a few bucks in the AMC. What do I think about BNGO? I got nothing. I don't know jack about BNGO. I'm sorry. I wish I did, but I can't help you there. Alright. Carver says that AMC is trying to sell off and try to avoid Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So if they're going to issue more shares, it's going to hurt their price, obviously. You guys don't need me to tell you that. I mean, avoiding bankruptcy, how much debt do they really have is the real question here. Is that a feasible plan? I don't know. I don't know what they got. I don't know what their debt is. If they don't have a tremendous amount of debt and they can get out of it, I think they'll be able to survive fundamentally. That would be awesome. I think people do want to go back to movie theaters, and they're going to go to AMC's theaters. That's cool. I don't know if the company will survive that long financially, or if they're going to have to file Chapter 11 and then restructure and get out of that debt. That would be the next, that's the thing to look at now if you want to play some AMC. What do I think about AMD earnings coming up? What is that? GP Smoy, Jip Smoy? I am bullish on AMD below 90. I think they're going to have a continuously increasing market share. They're going to continue doing well. I don't know if it's going to impress the market this time because their expectations are pretty high, but fundamentally AMD is doing great. I'm bullish below 90. If you can pick up shares below 90, by all means do it. And somebody else asked me about something else here. Oh, how many shares do I have? One. I have one share of GameStop just because I wanted to play. I wanted to be part of the action. So I bought one share and started making this video. By the time I came downstairs and made a thumbnail for this video, I was up like 16%. I think I'm up about $7 now. And you know what? That's just fun. You know what would be really, really... Yeah, I'm up $8, 17%. You know what would be a really exciting play for somebody? I want you guys to look at the calls and puts. Actually, no matter of fact, let's open this up. Let's tool around a little bit. Oops. All right, privacy please while I open up my Robinhood account. I'll try to avoid actually showing my account balance so there's no spoilers. But a little bit of a spoiler. It's not super exciting. It's also not shitty. I'm happy with it. I could be happier. All right, let's go back here. All right, and we are live. All right, I'll move my, God dang it, move my chat window back over here. All right, so let's take a look. You guys with me? I'll wait for my screen to catch up so I can chat and talk at the same time. I'll wait for the catch up here. Okay, all right, we're back. So let's check this out. This I think is a really exciting trade. It's a good option if anybody's really got like no concern for their personal health and mental sanity. This is an option for you. Let's check out the January 21st, 2022. All right, so about 1 year from now. The at the money is the highest possible strike, which is pretty crazy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell, call, and then we're going to sell a put. All right, our credit received will be $5,603. That's almost enough to buy 100 shares, by the way. But we have just opened now a straddle. All right, those of you that have been paying attention, what is our break-even price on the way down? If the squeeze ends, GameStop goes down this year. What is our break-even price before we would be at a loss? I actually want to see if anybody knows the answer to that question. Use 5621 is the amount of credit received. What is our break-even on the way down? And no, Daniel, I don't only trade on Robinhood. Don't be ridiculous. Come on, who does that? Not seeing answers here. Trick question, can't go down. Why not use Webull? I do actually use Webull sometimes, Garrett. 2822, no, that's not correct. All right, I'll give it one more second, see if anybody actually gets it. All right, Daniel is the closest with his $4, okay? If you are receiving $5,600, your break-even price on the way down is $4. What was that? I just kind of lost my place there. It's like $3.20-something cents. The price has changed a little bit. Now it would be $4.37 is the break-even price. Because if it goes down to that price, you must buy at $60, but you received $5,600 in premium. So your break-even is about $4. If you open this spread right now and GameStop goes down, you are not losing any money until it goes down to $4. Any price above that, you have made money. It might not be a lot, but you've made money. And your maximum loss, if it goes down to 0, is going to be $400 per spread. Ish. Really not bad. If the price goes up, what is your break even on the way up? You add the premium collected to the strike. So you'd be looking at, what is that? $115.75. Anything below that, you have made money. Anything above that, you're going to lose. Right, so what happens if GameStop squeezes and it goes to $250? In that case, you're down like $10,000 per spread. You really got to count on GameStop not flying in order to make money off of this. But if GameStop finishes the year anywhere below $1,000, or not $1,000, $115 and change, anything below that, you have made money. And if GameStop just happens to finish around $60, you'll walk away with $5,600 per spread. So if you don't care about your own mental health and you're just able to sleep at night regardless of what's going on in the market, it's an option. That's all I'm saying. I'll let you guys decide if that's anywhere even near reasonable. Well, you guys are way behind on the chats. You guys are still answering my question about the way down. Am I way down? 69, 5.6 thousand. Okay, I think, yeah. All right, people were getting the right answer. It looks like you guys are more than 10 seconds behind, though. I think you guys are like 50 seconds behind. That's okay. We're in this together. Maybe I need better bandwidth or something like that. I don't know. Okay. The real fear here is that if you, I don't recommend doing a play like that. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. If you really want to do that, then by all means. I mean, I don't think it's. I think you're probably going to wind up successfully. My primary concern is that we wind up with that VW infinity squeeze, and the stock just goes sailing up to like $300 for 20 minutes, and you get assigned, which would suck. Double my stream bitrate? How the hell do I do that? Guys, I'm a boomer. I don't know how to do that. Stream health. Warning, check your resolution. Your resolution sucks. I'm getting that tons. Every minute they've sent me a warning that my resolution is not optimal. My stream's bitrate is 1,000 kilobytes per second. They want me to more than double it. Stream settings. Latency. 360 video. OBS stream settings. All right, I'm there. Closed captions, latency. HW. To find out about squeezes, just check and see which stocks are very highly shorted. All right, enable DVR. Guys, I don't know how to change my stream settings to make it less latency. But hey, whatever. You guys will let me know, right? I'll hang out for it. Encoding settings. I do not have that option. I think that's something I got to do while I'm offline, probably. Apparently my stream health is good, though. All right. We'll come back to that. All right, WAP Frenzy, or Warp Frenzy, excuse me. All right. Don't change, but just double the current. Okay, all right. I'll have to change that for the next stream, because this is really, really slow. You guys are like almost a minute behind. Okay, so yeah, that's the big concern about the straddle, is that the thing just goes flying higher and you can lose money. You can normally hedge it by buying a really, really deep out of the money call. Just buy the $100 call and give yourself a little bit of a buffer. But we can't, because there's no strikes trading higher than that. Maybe tomorrow there will be, but there's no strikes trading higher. And by the way, if you entered that trade when I first talked about it, you'd be up like $300. Not that I called it at the right time. I'm just saying that that's how things can go. Within 10 minutes, you could be looking at hundreds of dollars in price movement, gaining or losing. So even though it's a pretty long-dated straddle, there's still room here. You can make money in the short term. You could also lose money in the short term. Like I said, normally we'd be able to hedge against a straddle like this by just taking $1,000 and buying a very, very deep out-of-the-money call, just to give you some protection so you don't get completely destroyed. But the strikes don't go higher than that on GameStop. It just caps at 60. So we can't do that. Ugh. And my daughter she's starting to wake up. I don't know, should I bring her down there so we can keep streaming, or should I just call this thing off? Y'all let me know. Probably gonna just call it off here because we're starting to get low. Ben says, who decides which strikes are trading? Market makers? Probably. I really don't know. Who decides if they can, add more strikes? I don't know. Probably market makers. Maybe. Brokers? Go look after your kid, dude. She's about to wake up. She's doing that like roll around thing. So probably gonna cut this here in a minute. Just wait until she makes her first noise and then cancel this. But what else do I want to look at here? See if there's anything I'm like real excited about that I want to show you guys. Hey, this is a fun one I've been trading lately. Afria. I got calls on Afria, not because I love this stock or anything, but because it keeps going up. So I have, what do I have right now? I think it expires April. Yeah, I've got the $10 call. The delta is 77, so I'm right at the point where I can start trading poor man's covered calls. The stock was around $8 when I bought it. The delta was around 50. Now that we've gone up 27, I can start selling covered calls. So I think the move right here is going to go a couple of weeks at a time, and I'm going to be looking to sell like these pretty deep out of the monies for like $48. Then I'm going to use that premium to buy call debit spreads on other stocks. I wanted to do with GameStop, and I just didn't. Probably should have. But all right, and we're about to wrap up here because My daughter is awake, so I got to go take care of baby Becky. Next time you guys see me, I expect to have a green screen behind me so we can get rid of all this trash. Look like I'm on the floor or something like that. But hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is awesome. We had over 600 people watching. That's more than ever before. So, and those of you that sent me the super chat, thank you guys so much for it. Really appreciate it. And we'll use those $12 to buy myself some snacks. Appreciate what you guys do. All right, good luck to everybody who's holding. See you guys later.